Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more. Hey y'all, I am back again with another video, and in today's video we're going to be speaking about Jason Derulo, okay? So if you're interested based on the title, then stick around. Also, I wanted to state, oh my god, we're at 800 subscribers. I am so happy because just like a few days ago I was at 7 something. So thank you guys so much. Our little community is just a growing, okay? I'm so happy, I'm so excited, and I love talking to you guys every day. So thank you for being with me. Honestly, genuinely from the bottom of my heart. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet and you're just watching, please subscribe. You know, you probably watch more than one video at this point, so you might as well subscribe. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about what happened to Jason Derulo, okay? I know that name has to ring bells for a lot of us, especially if you were listening to music in the 2010s, okay? Jason Derulo was everything in a bag of chips back then, bitch. In case you're curious, Jason Derulo does still make music. He has a core little fan base or whatever who still watches all of his YouTube videos and is now following him on TikTok, but he's fallen out of the mainstream music spotlight for sure, for sure. I grew up listening to him in my teens and I was a huge fan. You know, obviously the songs like What You Say, Swalla La La with Nicki Minaj, in my head, I see you all over me in my head. You done fill my fantasy. All right, I'm gonna stop torturing you guys, but you get the point. Jason Derulo has had a lot of hits, and we adored him for those back then. His last album was titled Everything Is For, and that was released in 2015, and we haven't heard another album from him since. But a lot of us didn't look to Jason Derulo necessarily for albums. He was really big on really amazing singles. Jason used to release pop hits and pop/R&B hits that made you feel all the feels and was reminiscent of artists like Usher and Chris Brown, but like a watered down, poppier version of them. We do remember that he had a song called Savage Love that blew up all over TikTok in the 2020s, or I believe it was exactly 2020. Jason Derulo has now transitioned completely over into a TikTok star, and any music of his that he has released since then has only gone viral on TikTok. But he did have Savage Love, which did end up debuting on the Billboard thanks to TikTok, okay? But I never would have dreamt like one of my favorite artists from the 2010s just primarily being like a cringy, weird TikTok artist and TikTok social media presence, opposed to him being the pop star that he was back then. But honestly, it's hard to blame him because if your music really isn't doing that well, you're dropping single after single and feature after feature and nothing's really happening, well, why not transfer over to social media? You already have a name for yourself, you already have an audience to an extent, so why not just transition over to some place or somewhere that works? So that's why some people who try to be artists end up doing the OnlyFans route and end up doing, TikTok or becoming a YouTuber or doing anything else when their music doesn't work or doesn't last as long, i.e., this whole thing with Ruby Rose, which is a whole nother damn conversation. But Ruby Rose is supposed to be a rapper, isn't she? And she's meeting up with people who are freaking spending $60,000 a month on her or something crazy on OnlyFans. It's like, aren't you supposed to be a musician, bitch? But a lot of people don't know Ruby Rose for music. Let's keep it real. Very similarly, Jason Derulo has transitioned almost totally into a TikToker/YouTuber and, does videos on his life and marriage and children. I don't know if he's still with his wife, but he was married at least at one point. Since the COVID quarantine and Savage Love, though, I don't know of any other records that really got as big as that one. There might have been another one, but that's the one that I remember the most. And, musically, Jason Derulo just hasn't been inspired in my opinion. It's just generic, uninspired, goofy, boring music that he's released since 2020. And he hasn't dove deep into any specific subject matters or really gotten any vulnerability in his music or super real with his audience. So I think if he came across as more authentic instead of putting out generic records, people might care a little bit more for him or for his music anyway. But honestly, I don't think that's Jason Derulo's focus at this point. His focus seems to be being a social media presence, and I don't think his priority is music at this point. Which, with how the industry is and how artists have to put in so much work and they actually don't get paid that much at the end of the day, I don't blame him. But he does have a song coming out with a very generic artist. Her name is Megan Trainor. Should probably do a video on her too, because she's not nearly as hot as she once was either. But they both make similar music in the way that Megan Trainor kind of makes generic pop hits, and so does Jason Derulo. They have a song coming out called Hands on Me, and it samples Ben E. King's Stand By Me. So let me know if you guys plan on checking that out whenever it does come out. Do you plan on listening to any of Jason Derulo's future music? Or do you listen to any of his old music? I know I definitely do. I have a playlist from the 2010s, like I'm sure a lot of us do, that has a lot of his music on there. So when I'm in the mood to listen to nostalgic music, I go to that playlist. Let me know what you guys think about Jason and everything he's doing now. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. I love you dearly. Bye.